If you're struggling to find a perfect watch gift for Christmas that won't break the bank, then consider me Santa's little helper. The next 9 minutes could save you hours of online searching. Hi lass watchers, it's that time of year again when the missus starts asking me what watch I would like to find under the tree on Christmas morning, and I get overly coy. You see, my wife, bless her cotton socks, only works part-time, so I can hardly be suggesting an Omega Seamaster 300 when I know the budget she has in mind is less than a tenth of the price, and she doesn't want to risk surprising me because ultimately she might pick up a Seconda instead of a Seiko. You see, unlike me, her watch knowledge is pretty limited, and I'm quite picky. Now this got me thinking that there might be other wives, partners and friends out there in a similar predicament, doing some last minute shopping, looking to source a suitable gift for that awkward watch fan. With that in mind, I've drawn up a short list of suggestions which includes watches and accessories ranging from a few pounds to a couple of £100. Now, by no means should you treat the following as a list of stuff to buy. You should look at it as inspiration to help you with your festive shopping. I have experience with everything on today's list, and I won't recommend anything that I wouldn't be willing to spend my own money on. Before I get started, I should add that there will be affiliate links for some of the items I'm about to show you. Using those links won't cost you a penny more, but will earn the channel a small commission. You're not obligated to use any of those links. Feel free to take my suggestions and do your own web search. Let's get started. If that special someone in your life is the studious type, then why not treat them to a book or two? There are hundreds of books available via Amazon on the subject of watches, but a good place to start is A Man and His Watch, which is, as the title would suggest, about iconic watches and the men who wore them. Sorry ladies. It's reasonably priced for a hardback at less than £20 or $30, and it feels way more expensive. If your watch collector is a tinkerer, then treat them to some tools. They will prove invaluable. I went all out and bought myself a deluxe toolbox set. I say that, but it's Chinese made, cost around £15 and has more tools than I will ever need. Unless of course I decide to do some watch modding. With that in mind, you could treat them to a more modest watchmaker toolkit, or splash out on some individual quality tools from the likes of Burgeon. The first watch to make the list is the almost indestructible Casio G-Shock. Feel free to check out my review on this groundbreaking beta watch that every action man should have on his wrist. I have two of these beauties, the retro-inspired GW M5610 and the stealth-like GW B5600 BC. They are both tough solars, so you never need to worry about replacing the battery, and the 5610 can be had for well under £100. The G-Shock range is massive and starts at less than £20 for a basic battery model and goes well north of our £200 budget for the steel models. If your watch buddy has more than one watch or does some travelling, then consider one of the following. You can pick up a watch roll or an individual clamshell case so that they can carry a spare watch or more safe and secure in their travel bag. I have a clamshell from Vario, but you can pick them up from other sources and they start at around £15. Or why not go large and treat them to a watch case from Mirage Luxury Travel? It's where I store my 3 favourite watches. This roll, available in various colour options, costs less than £70, and its premium packaging will give the impression that you spent a lot more. It looks pretty decent on the bedside table, or wherever you choose to display it. For that stay-at-home collection, you could go all out and push the budget for a 10-piece Windsor watch box from Wolf. Truly 5-star accommodation for a modest collection, or check out eBay and Amazon for a more affordable, no-fuss display. Watch-wise, you'd be a fool not to check out Timex for a wrist-worthy option. They have affordable quartz and entry-level automatics with a dozen collections that put the fun into watch collecting, no matter your age or gender. There's the Waterbury, the Expedition, the M79, which sounds like a British motorway, and bespoke editions from Italian designer Giorgio Galli. Personally, I own the archived Navi Harbour, the original Q Timex 1979, and for sentimental reasons, the Snoopy Marlin. I suggest you hover around whilst your loved one browses their site and see which watches make their eyes light up. The quickest way to change a watch is to change its strap, and it's quite a safe option for someone that already has a set collection, or even someone that has just one watch whose strap has seen better days. I have a collection of straps from Vario, and my wife has got quite adept at picking up some leather options from Watchgecko. A handful of watch straps for your bestie might be a good choice. If that watch addict in your life can't stop staring at his watch, then why not feed his addiction with a jeweler's loupe? I've been using a printer's magnifier from my graphics days to help with my reviews. Well, that was until I stumbled across this Pepsi bezel inspired loupe, which I picked up on eBay for a little over £20. You can get them in various colour options and different strengths of magnification. They're super handy for giving a timepiece a close inspection, and they look great sitting on your desk or as a subtle backdrop for a watch review. Alright, let's just assume that you're not a fan of the G-Shock, heathen, and you want something more robust than a Timex. Well, you'll be a fool not to check out Seiko. More to the point, the Seiko 5 range, specifically the new Dress KX. There are literally dozens of options inspired by the now defunct SKX. You could stick with the Divers theme and go for one of their Divers Light options, i.e. they don't have a screw down crown and only have 100 meters of water resistance. Or you could choose something from their fixed bezel range, such as the SRPE51K1. This is a real beauty that looks way more expensive than its $230 recommended retail price. And if you shop around, you will easily find one for less than £200. I grabbed this one for less than $180. Now I'm going to throw in a wild card here and suggest the 1970 Captain Willard homage from Steel Dive Watches. It's a wild card because some of you may be a little uncomfortable about buying a watch from a China-based brand. There's also the fact that it may be too late to get one shipped from AliExpress in time for Christmas Day. You can pick one up from Steel Dive UK if you're based in the UK, but you'll pay a premium of £30 over the AliExpress price of around £80. The Steel Dive has been one of my best picks over the last 2 years. It's a great homage to an iconic watch. It's well spec'd, especially when you compare it to the recent Seiko reinterpretations. Its only weak point would be the bracelet, and possibly the ovally blue sapphire crystal. I'll throw in a link here to the review. I think it's inevitable that I will treat myself to one of the Seiko variants, but at a tenth of the price, the 1970 will more than do for now. If you've got any money left after Christmas, then why not consider grabbing one as a treat to yourself in January? Well, I hope my suggestions have inspired you to think out of the box for a gift for that watch lover in your life. Feel free to share any suggestions you might have in the comments below. Also, let me know what recommendations you have for a budget of, say, £500 that I could casually show to my wife. I think the Seiko Arnie might be a good starting point. Have a great Christmas, and I'll catch you in the next video.